So at what point did the Showstoppers kind of get involved in what you guys were doing?
Let's see. It was some time after Colley Park and Interscope. You know, we used to watch them on the videos, dancing and stuff. We used to dance and stuff. Yeah, I guess, you know, we were doing shows that, you know, that was with us, and I don't know, I guess them and Soulja was rocking, and they became SOD at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and in terms of like some of the dances that you guys were doing, like were the Showstoppers kind of responsible for a few of those dances?
It was, I think it was Atlanta. Atlanta had a lot of dances at that time that we were into, and we would create a lot of our own. So it was all Atlanta, so everybody was part in it. Like, yeah.
Okay. So how close were you to the Showstoppers?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
Not too close. Not close at all. We just kept it professional, danced on stage, rapped on stage. That was it.
Okay. Did you know Droop personally?
I mean, they used to come to the house, kick it, whatever, you know what I'm saying, however you say. But like I said, I kept things professional. They mostly did business with Soulja. That was his artist. Yeah.
So leading up to that night, I guess there was a song that was on Soulja Boy's album that the Showstoppers were on, and I guess he had taken one of their verses off and put his own verse on. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
You talking about Whoop Rico?
Yeah, right.
Right.
So what was the story with that particular song based on what you knew?
It was a song in Atlanta. I think it was getting some buzz, and that was before they were signed with Soulja. And once they got signed with Soulja, I guess they started pushing the song even harder. Soulja got a verse. They did a music video. I was there in the music video. They put it on BT. They started pushing the music.
Okay. So on that night, Soulja Boy had a record release party at his club.
Yes.
You were there?
Yes.
What was the vibe at the party?
I was drunk. But I was chilling. Me and Jabbar, we was just chilling, looking at the girls. I don't know. It was nobody was talking. We was posted up in VIP. I've heard different stories from other people, but I'm only gonna speak from my perspective of what I saw and what, you know. So I was just chilling that night. I didn't see any bad vibes or nothing.
Okay.
But I didn't see everything.
So when that song was played, did you know of any issues between the Showstoppers and Soulja Boy in terms of kind of the final outcome of that song?
Not that I knew of at that time, yeah.
Okay. So you guys leave the club and all y'all go to Soulja Boy's house.
Yeah.
Now, this is where the story starts to get a little crazy, because we interviewed Droop, and then what happens?
Well, he had an album release party one night, and being the Showstoppers, we went up there because we supposed to be having our song on the album, but we never knew that his verse was gonna be on there. So once we heard his verse, Smurf was like, "You need to go talk to him about that," because me being their manager, that's what I was supposed to do. So when I went to go talk to him, good conversation turned bad.
Okay, what does that mean?
We was talking about contracts, we was talking about money, and he went from saying, we ain't getting nothing, basically. He ain't gonna give us nothing because he gotta take care of himself first.
Okay, so when you say that his verse was was there or your verse was taken off. Like, what do you mean by that exactly?
What I mean is, we had a great song, and when he put his verse on there, it turned bad.
So he took y'all's verses off that song?
He took one of my artist's verses off the song, which was the first verse.
So you get into the conversation with Soulja Boy, and he tells you y'all ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, basically. And that pissed me off for him to be able to even tell me that to my face.
Okay. So when he told you that, what happened next?
I slapped him.
Okay. Open hand?
Open hand.
Okay, so you slapped him open hand, and then he pulled out his gun?
That's exactly what he did.
And then he just
like
shot
this.
you.
It was just like that. I said, what you gonna do with that? So I slapped him again.
2 times. 2 times.
Okay. And then after you slapped him again, he let off?
That's when he let off. That's when I got hit right here, in the front of my thigh. That was the first shot.
How many times did you get hit?
5.
What are the different areas you got hit?
I got hit right here on my arm. Feel me? I got hit right here on my waist. I got right here on my front of my thigh. Then I got 2 in my ass.
And what, you try to turn around and run, or what happened?
I do turn around and run. I make it out the house.
I understand the interview, Vlad. Before we answer this question, maybe we're gonna get around to all kind of other things too. But I just, like I said, I want to speak on my own perspective on this, and I've been thinking about whether or not even I should even be talking about this or not, because it is a serious situation, police and all that. Me and Soulja haven't talked in a while, so I don't even know if our friendship is good or not at this point. But I think from our history, we probably are straight. But I do want to get this record straight. I'll tell you the story from my perspective. But from this day that we talking, like, everybody in the street, everybody who see me, they think that, you know, they still associate me with Soulja Boy, SOD. You know what I'm saying? That's all that stuff. Soulja said it was over with. I say it's over with. His friends is not my friends. His enemies not my enemies. However, in this situation at this time, I was SOD. I was riding for him, just like I always did. So that night we went to the club, came back. I was in the studio. He was in the studio. We was making some music. 2 other people was in there, in the kitchen. Then next thing you know, heard a noise. I was sitting with something beside me. And I had to pass it to my friend. And then from there, you know, gunshots was fired. I was on the phone. Me and Soulja was in the room. I actually saw a Soulja interview.
I'm chilling in the studio. Me and Arab in the studio. Jabbar in the living room. My other partner, Killer, SODMG, he in the living room. Jabbar went in to take the trash out. He come back in, Soulja, I just seen some fans ride by the house while I was taking the trash out. I said, what the fuck, some fans? Grab the pistol, go outside, look, I don't see shit, come back in the crib. I'm in the studio, listening to some beats. All I hear is boom, real loud. Instantly stop the music. I just hear it, motherfucker run, I hear doo-doo-doo. My partner say, man, who the fuck in this crib? A-Rap passed me the pistol. Bam, I look through the door. I see like 3, 4 niggas running through the crib. All black, mask on, running through the crib and shit. One nigga run to the front door. I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Shot the nigga. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow. All the niggas run out the door. They run out the door. This nigga on the floor. Feel me? Walk up to this nigga, take his mask off his head. Looked at it, saw who it was. I'm like, damn. Shot his ass again. Bow. He screaming and shit. Ah! Bow. I shut the door.
All I heard was gunshots. I was on the phone calling up people for backup. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't watching everything. But, yeah. Man. I don't know, maybe you should ask me something else, Vlad, or maybe ask me in another way. Or what else would you like to know?
Well, I guess the gist of it was, the way that Droop described it was that he was invited in, he had a conversation with Soulja Boy, the conversation started to go left, he slapped Soulja Boy pulled out a gun, he said, "What you gonna do with that?" And Soulja Boy unloaded the clip. The story that matches up with both of these guys was that Droop got shot 5 times. You know, he showed the gunshot, you know, the gun wounds and everything else like that. Ultimately, this is past the statute of limitations. Whatever happened doesn't really matter at this point because, you know, nobody could be legally charged for anything. But, you know, the question is, was it a home invasion? Were these guys asked to come in? And, you know, did things just go bad? Or did these dudes actually like rush through the house and try to rob Soulja Boy and whoever else was in the house?
I didn't know what the reasons was to be doing what they ever did. When the people came in, they had masks on. I didn't know who it was. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about that. So they had masks on. If they had masks on, clearly they're
I
not
was
invited in the house.
Yeah, I was told they had masks on. You know, once he had it in his hand, he was like, once he had the gun in his hand, he was like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people in there with guns and masks on. Call up some people. So I'm calling up people. You know, I'm hearing noises all around the house, people running around. And then next thing you know, I hear gunshots. I don't know if they coming from who, you know what I'm saying? So while I'm on the phone, you know, it was a tense situation. I'm on guard, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, truth is, you know, somebody did get shot 5 times. It was all a defense. I don't think Soulja was in the wrong. I don't think I was in the wrong. As far as prior to that happening, I don't know what happened before conversations and stuff like that, but as that shit popped off, we was in defense mode.
Well, someone come in your house with a mask on,
Right.
Anything goes at that point.
Right.
That's how I look at it. You come in my house with a mask, I'm going to try to kill you. That's my mentality, and that's really this is why you have the right to bear arms in America. You're supposed to be defending your home.
Yeah.
So you saw the Droop interview.
I saw most of it, Vlad.
Okay. So you're saying that his version of the story isn't what you saw?
Well, I'm not gonna speak against that. No.
Okay. You saw the Soulja Boy version of the interview.
Yeah.
Based on what you saw, how accurate was Soulja Boy's version? Because your name got mentioned in it also.
All right. Yeah. It's pretty accurate to me. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Yeah. Yeah, it was a pause before I heard a couple of gunshots, bow, a little pause or whatever, and then trying to remember all the details I can right now. I don't know, man. It's pretty much Soulja done said what he did. You know, somebody else done said their side of the story. Yeah, my name was in it. You know, I say my perspective, but I'm not here pointing no fingers. I did not see with my eyes, none of that. I only heard. So I was on the phone calling up the people. I just heard gunshots, bro.
Okay, so you didn't actually see anyone with masks on yourself?
Yeah, one did run to the door. And me and Soulja was there. Yeah.
Okay, so you saw someone with a mask on. So the mask story is confirmed.
Yeah, I did see a mask.
Okay. So if you're wearing a mask, clearly you're not invited into a home.
Right.
That's just common sense right there.
Right.
And, you know, of course, after something like this happens, you're going to try to tell a story to try to minimize, you know, jail time and stuff like that. So you know, I can see how you would paint it differently, because if you said, hey, I went in there to try to rob somebody and I got shot, clearly the repercussions of that are a lot worse than saying I went in there, I was invited in, and I got shot.
Like I said, I can't speak on that.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't at that time. You know, I say, like, if I'm riding with my homie, that's part of my battle too. You know, so we still talking about it now. Yeah, man, I'm trying to give you as much information as I can, but I'm just like, I'm not trying to come up here and just, you know what I'm saying, A-Rab out here and trying to talk some shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that shit. That's some real shit that happened. It affected all of us in different ways. And you know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna speak as much as I can about it.
Okay, so the shooting happened, and what happened afterwards? Like once all the drama started to just simmer down a little bit, what happened in terms of you?
We left the house. Yeah. It was a whole scene right there. It was blood, bullet holes, bullets, shells, air, you know what I'm saying?
So you leave with Soulja Boy?
Yeah.
What was Soulja Boy's reaction after that? Like this just happened. What's going on in Soulja Boy's head?
Adrenaline. Yeah. Pretty much like after a fight, after something big like that, yeah.
There was an interview he did where he said, like, as all this was happening, he said, you know, he was thinking that if he were to die, that all his problems would go away at that point. I mean, did he feel like, oh shit, like, I don't know what you know, because situations happen, you don't know what the outcome's going to be afterwards. Was there a level, you know, there's adrenaline, but was there a level of, oh fuck, like, did I just fuck my life up, or what the fuck just happened?
Just the reality of it, because you want to become something and work hard, and then some stuff like that, that major from the people that you help and all that. I could understand how that could have someone, you know what I'm saying? I'm not him though, but yeah, it's a situation he had to go through as a man. Yeah.
Well, you said, you know, because there was an interview about you talking about this a little bit, and you said that God was on my back. Can you describe what that means?
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, the situation could have been a whole lot worse than what it was, because we was in a situation, they was a lot more armed than us, more men than us, but we had the element of surprise. And I believe that's just what saved us in that situation. I never know how it would have went if, you know, so I'm untouched, all of us untouched, so I had to be blessed for that situation.
I mean, did you feel like you might die at some point while all this was happening?
Nope. I wasn't scared either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was calling the people up, man. I was worried though. I was more worried for the other people, my other friends in there, because as I was hitting those gunshots, I don't know if it was one of my friends getting shot.
Right, because Jabbar was there also, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was his reaction to this whole thing while this was happening?
From what I heard from the story, his perspective was different too. I don't know. I think maybe they saw him or something. Like I said, I didn't see it, so.
So all this happens, right? Droop gets taken to the hospital. You guys take off. Did the police question you in terms of what happened and try to get a statement from you and so forth?
They kind of did, but I had a lawyer. I didn't want to talk to the police about that. I'm talking to you about it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So basically, you weren't cooperating with the police. You just were like, no comment.
Not really. And then I had a lawyer who would, just to keep it legal.
Okay. Did you have to get involved in the case at all after that, or did your lawyer pretty much just make it go away for you?
Yeah, yeah. I had no problems in the case. They didn't come at me at all.
Did you have any contact with the Showstoppers or Droop or anyone after that situation happened, or was it a complete like we can't talk anymore?
I ain't never even had their number ever.